Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I have come across a new frauditor channel and it's called Audit Family. I was like, okay, so is this going to be like a bunch of videos of different family members going out frauditing? But no, they only have one video. That's fine. I can go off of that one video. It's not a problem. So yeah, she's quite interesting, and it's basically just a video of her repeating everything. So what I thought I would do is I'd reintroduce the difference between the traditional public forum, the limited public forum, and the non-public forum. And I would use the first couple minutes of her video as a jump off point. I know I've covered this before, but I don't know. I think I did it in a live stream and it just didn't come out right. So I've done a little more research and found a few different things that make it a little more easier for frauditors to understand, even though they're still going to ignore it. But enjoy the video. Okay, so as you can see here at the bottom left-hand corner, we are at 2 minutes and 30 seconds. She has no intro to her video. That 2 minutes and 30 seconds was complete dead air. All she was doing was recording signs and pamphlets and just standing there recording the people working. 2 minutes and 30 seconds of the beginning of this video is dead air. Not a good start for your first video.
Ma'am, there's no photography or filming in the building.
Oh, yeah, there is.
No, there isn't.
There really is.
No, not without express permission from the commissioner.
We're in a public place, honey. This is First Amendment.
Ma'am, not inside the building. Outside the building all the day long. Inside the building, not without permission.
It's actually a law. We can.
Actually, DMV policy.
I'm interested. What law states that you can go into the DMV and film? Please show me that law.
Let's see. It's okay. Yeah, come on over. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. I'm just documenting her experience here.
I got you.
It's a First Amendment protected activity, though.
I got you. However,
It's protected by the Constitution.
okay. You want to speak to the commissioner about that then?
No, I don't have to speak to anybody. It's a First Amendment right.
Okay, but inside this building, the DMV policy, and you cannot be inside the building and
I understand.
DMV policy.
I understand. Respectfully, policy.
You don't understand. You're proving that you don't understand because you are still standing there recording her and arguing like a whiny child.
He never trumps the Constitution,
Okay,
the law. Lawless Law policies. That's cool.
You need to go through
I don't have a problem.
channels
Nope, I have no problem.
because they will allow you to do it. However, you have to get the permission to do it.
Oh, I already got permission from the owners of the building.
Where do you have that letter?
It's called the Constitution. It's the First Amendment protected activity.
Oh my God. The Constitution does not own the DMV. Like, I don't know where she's getting her frauditing schooling from, but I've never heard some of the stuff she is saying, because no, the Constitution does not own any of the government buildings, especially the DMV. We'll go into that in a moment.
A letter saying that you are able to.
Let's see.
Okay.
No, it's okay. You can
I'll
go.
call the police because I'm already asking you twice.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay, and then you're still filming.
That's fine. No, that's a problem. No problem. No problem, honey.
Are you still filming me?
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Of course, there's more dead air.
Yeah, there's no sign saying that First Amendment is not applicable here at this facility.
Okay. I have heard some really stupid frauditors, but I think she takes the cake, at least lately. I don't see a sign that says no First Amendment allowed. Like, come on. There's no way she went to Chile University or frauditor school. Like, this is just something that somebody put in her head, and she seems to be one of those kinds of people that doesn't know how to think for themselves or research or fact check. So she just listened to what idiot told her stuff, and she decided, okay, let me try and make some money on YouTube and go around harassing and bothering people who are actually working, and then just talk a bunch of nonsense at the same time, and hopefully I'll get a reaction out of them, because that's the kind of videos people want to see. Sadly, she's pretty much failed on that aspect, but let's see where she goes with this.
Maybe they'll know. Excuse me, are you an officer?
Yeah.
Can I talk to you for a minute? If you could assist me for a minute.
All right.
That's like walking up to a chair and saying, "Excuse me, are you a chair?" You can clearly see he's an officer, but yet you're going to ask him if he's an officer. This is the level of dumb we're working with this lady.
You can help me out here. I think she was calling the police on me, so I wanted to say and hang around. I didn't want to be nefarious here, but so my daughter's here getting her driver's license, and I'm filming in the lobby there. I'm sitting. There's nobody in the lobby. Right. It's literally just me filming like this. And She comes up and she says, "Ma'am, can't have you filming in here."
I don't know if anybody else saw it, but there were some people in there in the lobby. So obviously she also cannot count.
So, "You can't film in here." I said, "I can film in here. Absolutely, I film in here."
Right.
I thought she was joking, honestly.
Yeah.
And she said, "I'm calling the police. I've asked you twice now, and you've got to stop." And I was like, "Now," so I said, "Respectfully." It's on film. Respectfully.
Right.
It's a First Amendment protected activity. We're in public. There's absolutely no signage that the First Amendment's not protected here in this building.
God.
So I'm not really sure. But maybe somebody might need to come tell her that we are absolutely entitled to watch our people. They work for us. You know, they're public.
Right.
It's public.
She never said you couldn't watch them work. What she said was you cannot film inside of the building. She said you can film outside of the building, around the building. You cannot film inside the building. And she never said you couldn't watch her work. I mean, if you want to watch her work, by all means, if you have nothing else to do in your life, sit there and watch her work all day. What she said is you cannot film inside of the building.
Yeah.
Where, you know...
Well, did she call the sheriff's office?
She said she was going to, and I thought, well, we're right here. And
Well, I
just if you're somebody who can actually say, hey, put your mind at ease. I'm not doing anything nefarious. I'm literally just documenting our day. It's our driver's license day. I didn't really understand what she's talking about because.
So this is your daughter's big day, getting her driver's license. And instead of being in there supporting her and rooting her on and being so proud, you decide to be an annoying, whiny woman who wants to argue with the office manager about why you cannot just record everybody in there. Like, I didn't see you even recording your daughter. Like, you claim you were recording this for her, but she wasn't even on camera. You actually were outside You started out by yourself outside, recording all of the notices on the windows and the doors. And then you went inside and continued to record a bunch of crap. That's where all the dead air was for 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Did not see you record your daughter getting a driver's license. But that's what you said you were in there doing. But let me go back to my point here. Is when my daughter went and got her license, the last thing on my mind was recording the inside of the DMV and starting an argument when I was told I couldn't. If I wanted to record my daughter getting her driver's license, I would have asked first, because that's what you do in a limited or non-public forum. And the DMV is a non-public forum. We will get to that shortly.
That is a First Amendment protected activity, correct?
Yeah, I mean, as long as you can record whatever you need to. I mean, it's a public place.
Right. Well, maybe you should tell her. Somebody needs to tell her, because she's upset about it. She's upset. I'm not upset.
All right.
I know what my rights are, but she is very confused. She told me I needed commissioner. I need to call a commissioner to get permission to video anywhere in here. I could, outside the building was perfectly fine, but not in here. And I tried to reason with her, and again, didn't raise my voice. I actually whispered. She had come to me.
Okay.
She came to me. I was literally minding my business, not talking to anybody. There wasn't nobody there. Nobody, it wouldn't bother anybody. But the lady the first counter went and talked to somebody.
Oh my God. She's just so repetitive in her bullshit.
I'm sorry. You've got an officer who's going to come talk to you about this. He was in the back. I went ahead and talked to him about it. And he's going to discuss with you how you can video in public. Absolutely.
Okay, we're putting up.
That's okay. That's going to come down. I'm going to go talk to the commissioner about this. It's illegal. Like, it's literally. No, I'm not being. I don't want you to think I'm being disrespectful to you, because I'm not.
You're fine.
And a lot of people don't know their rights.
You're fine.
We'll have this come down too.
Your daughter.
Yeah, anybody in here.
No, you can't.
Yeah, anybody.
You can't if they don't give you permission.
I'm recording you.
Okay,
I'm recording her. You don't.
Of course. She's going to point at the security cameras and say, oh, look, they're filming us. There's a difference between your ignorant ass going in there and recording them and then causing a scene and, well, looking stupid in public versus their security cameras. Because their security cameras are only in place for security reasons. They're not going to upload those onto YouTube in hopes of making money off of it. You, however, are doing so. That's the difference. Security camera versus dumb lady with camera or with phone. There's a huge difference.
And so therefore,
I don't have to have permission. You work for the public.
Okay, you can report me without my permission.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can, honey.
Okay.
You can.
I'm not gonna go back and forth with you on it.
Call him. He's in the back. He'll tell you, honey, you're wrong.
I'm not gonna go back and forth with you.
But you're wrong. You're wrong.
I'm glad you're saying that. However, that's not changing anything. I'm telling you that I'm not going to go back and forth with you.
Why be rude?
But you're going back and forth with me, and I'm asking you not to. Okay, I'm wrong.
Yeah, I mean, it's illegal. I don't understand.
I just told you that
What part is illegal? That's what I want to know. How is her telling you that you cannot record inside of the DMV illegal? It's not. And you are being rude. You've been rude since the minute she said anything to you. You're condescending, honey, that's being rude and disrespectful because you're doing it in a condescending, bitchy way. That's being disrespectful. That's being rude. You absolutely are. And again, where is your daughter? I see no female standing there getting her license. If she's out taking the test, why aren't you out there waiting for her? Or just sitting inside quietly waiting for her? Isn't this about her? Why did you have to make her big day about you and only you? Selfish.
Disrespectful. It's okay. Calm down. You don't have to be rude. I'm saying, you're on film.
Back and forth,
This is the time.
I just told you that you can video your daughter.
Everyone.
But you're still going
Everyone. I can video anybody and everything in here. I don't need your permission, honey. Sorry. Wow, it's just like, would you like to? I'm tripping.
Okay, these people that just walked in to do whatever they need to do, they don't want to hear your whiny bullshit. They didn't come in there to hear you whine and complain and bitch because you were told no. They're coming in there to conduct business within the DMV. You, however, have yet to prove that you are in there for any type of DMV business.
Is she still going? Oh, she's still at it. I told her the police are out there. They're willing to come talk to her. Thank you. Please do. She said I can record you, but nobody else. Now, we both know that's not true. I said, that's not true. Honestly, I I'm like, well, I'm a different game. I didn't know it was I had no idea. But yeah, she's confused. In the back, she didn't get permission for the picture in the back. And I said, you work for the public. Look, they've got no video recording. I said, it's illegal. Yeah, they absolutely can record.
Okay, so whoever she's whining to is either her daughter or just somebody she knows because they're agreeing with everything she's saying. It's just so sad and pathetic that she is the one who is still sitting there going and going and going, but yet she claims the office manager is the one that's still going. I do not see nor hear the office manager still running her mouth about this, but I do hear her still running her mouth about it and whining.
See where she's at. Here, let's sit over here and wait. She don't call police on her. We don't wait on her. That's what she's saying? There, here we go. Oh, please tell that woman that she's insane.
Well,
she is.
I don't know what's going on, so.
Okay, she's coming over here.
Let's sit back here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I want to go in restricted areas. Just.
Yeah. Here you go.
I can be invited in the restricted area?
You're coming.
I don't want to video in any restricted area. I'd rather keep going. I don't want to video.
You gonna go outside?
Right here's fine. This is.
Where is he a tyrant? Because he's trying to take you to an area that is not going to be disruptive to the people that are in the DMV for actual DMV purposes. There are people that are going to be taking the computer test, and they don't want to hear your voice ranting and raving because you were told no and disturbing them while they're taking their driver's test. That's what he was doing, trying to take you to a quiet area where you cannot disturb the other people in there because they do have the right to peace and quiet while they take a DMV test. It's not all about you, honey. It's about everybody. This world does not revolve just around you, honey. This world revolves around all of us. We have to work together as society, but not you. It's only about you and whether or not you get to record whatever the hell you want to inside of a DMV. And now you've got your kid all worked up and she's there to get her driver's license and you've got her all worked up. You are selfish. You take her day, her special day, and make it about you. You're disgusting.
Okay, so here's the deal. I'm sitting here, nobody's in here. I'm sitting here, and it wouldn't matter. We both know. Wouldn't matter. We're sitting here by myself, not minding my business. She comes over and says, you can't record in here, in the building. And I'm correct. Oh.
So you can record in the building?
Yes.
In any public area?
Yes.
But as soon as you start going over there,
Oh, that's that.
I don't know what you're doing. That's why I was going to bring you back here and just talk to you.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you.
So you can record over here. It's all public area. As soon as you start getting into the testing area or the
yes,
I'm not going into that. We're just talking about what happened.
Yeah.
And what happened.
Well, you're not in any kind of trouble, so you don't need to tell me what happened.
Oh,
So just
she's confused. No, I kind of do, because she's confused at how this works. She thinks that the sign up there says no video recording here is constitutional, and it's not. Now, she said it's our policy. We can't.
No,
Cool.
she's talking about over here, and you can't record any of the information.
No, she wasn't. I'm telling you.
I wasn't here for that part. I'm telling you what is allowed and what isn't allowed.
I know what's allowed. Okay. I'm saying she doesn't. No. I don't know.
Well, if you knew what was allowed, you wouldn't be arguing with him now. The bottom line is, if they are saying do not film within the testing area, that doesn't mean you have to actively be in the testing area. They're saying don't film in the testing area. Do not film the testing area. They have that right, because the people that are there testing have the right to a little bit of privacy while they take their test. That's why there's dividers up on the desk that they use. They have given those people a little bit of privacy. You, however, are taking that away when you're standing there recording them. If there was somebody there, I didn't see anybody, but if there was somebody there, then yes, you are invading that little bit of privacy that they were given by the DMV. But it doesn't matter anyway. This lady only cares about herself, and that's it.
That's fine. And I will talk to her next. But I came to you first to talk to you, find out what's going on.
Right.
So calm down a little bit. It seems like you're worked up a little bit with her, and I don't know.
Because she berated me.
Get your side of it. Okay?
I got it on film. You want to watch it?
It doesn't matter. So I'm not investigating her. It's not a criminal violation for what I'm dealing with.
I didn't ask.
I was just finding out what's going on up here because I was asked to see what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, she tried to explain it to you.
She wouldn't let you record, which is a civil dispute.
No.
It's not a criminal dispute.
Okay.
And
it's a First Amendment protected activity I'm doing, right?
makes it yes.
I want to establish what we got.
Which I already said.
Yeah.
So
she doesn't know that.
You can. And that's fine. It's not your job to educate her in this sense. Okay? So
I just said somebody go talk to her. Okay, what's appropriate here? To be honest with you, I'm only worked up because...
What's appropriate here? How about instead of being a condescending bitch to the lady that actually works at the DMV, just comply. If you don't know if it's true or not, then do exactly what you did. Go find a police officer or wait for one to show up and have that discussion with them. Or, here's a thought, call the damn commissioner. Ask him, can I record my daughter? She's getting her license. Even though your daughter was nowhere in the room, nowhere in the vicinity at all. So I don't know where you're recording your daughter when her body is nowhere to be found in this video until just recently. You did this to get a reaction. You know that's what you were doing. You got it, and now you're happy. But you're not quite happy yet, are you? Because you need a bigger reaction. That's what all these frauditors are about, getting reactions so they can get the clicks and views on the video.
She berated me in front of everyone here when everybody started.
Okay, first of all, she didn't berate you. And there was nobody in there other than employees when she was talking to you. So how did she berate you in front of everybody? What, the one lady that was standing at the desk that's right there by the door? That's, oh my God. I mean, it's the same with all frauditors. They have to make it bigger than what it is, exaggerating, make it sound like that they were like, this is the first time ever they've been verbally hurt. Their feelings were hurt. Like, this is all based on her feeling getting hurt because she was told no.
And then she started talking loud. I even was talking so low, she had to come to me because I was the one being calm, cool, and collective. And I even went to the officer and I said, hey, would you maybe kind of come talk to her because she's confused at how the First Amendment rights work here. I have a right to do this. Unmolested and
But like I said, there are limitations to it, and limitations are when getting into the testing area.
I wouldn't be here if I didn't know that already. Yeah. I don't need... Yeah.
But if you knew that already, you wouldn't be in the situation you are right now. So no, you don't know anything. You went in there not giving a shit. That's the problem.
say this because I'm saying this to you if you're a constitutional expert or if you're Joe Schmo coming off the road. It doesn't make any difference. So what I'm saying is, when you get into the testing area, people are discussing social security numbers, they're giving identity numbers, they're giving personal information. That
didn't involve me. I wasn't there.
That is protected, and cameras are really sensitive, right?
Yes, we know that.
Probably both your phones record HD and have really good sound pickup and stuff like that, so they are sensitive to protecting others.
You notice how neither one of them now want to shut up and listen? They just want to keep interrupting because they don't care. It doesn't matter what he tells them. They don't care.
People's
and that's on them.
Privacy.
And the onus of protecting people is on them.
So, that's
why I'm not there.
As you can see, there's no wall, there's no plexiglass, there's nothing preventing sound coming across. But
it's not your fault, but it becomes your fault when you continue to record in that area. They are creating privacy by telling you to stop recording. That is how they are creating privacy for those people that are actively taking tests and showing identity. They are creating that privacy by asking you to stop and then having to tell you to stop. Because like a child, you have to be told instead of asked.
That area comes into this area, so that even this is an office, this is what this office is being used for. So they have to guard people's personal privacy.
Are you a supervisor?
Yeah, state law enforcement. Yeah.
You're right up there.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we clear? You understand? I didn't do anything wrong here, right? Okay.
And I'm not talking to you like you have.
Okay, you absolutely are, but here's the deal.
You have anything wrong doing?
No, but I'm just saying, I'm not the one that needs the talking to.
I just talked with her.
What'd she say? I mean, are we?
She just worried that you're out. Yeah, you're done. Like she said, you're done.
Right, we're done.
So you're good to leave.
I'm good to stay too, right?
Well, I mean, once your services are complete here, there's
my services now have become a First Amendment right activity.
So at this point.
And that's where you're wrong, because unless it has to do with DMV issues, you can't just stay there and throw a fit. They can at that point trespass you because you've already finished what you needed there at the DMV.
That's fine. You know where they stand.
Right. I want to know where y'all stand because y'all are important here.
You're not under arrest. You're free to leave. He just told you you're free to leave.
I'm free to go. I'm free to stay. Yeah. Well, if you're free to go, you're free to stay.
Wrong.
Sure, I'm not going to interrupt you, although you have done nothing but interrupt me since we started this conversation. Every time I've talked, you have interrupted me. On film.
Wow. I mean, talk about delusion. This lady really is delusional. Because I've been sitting here watching this video, and the only one that keeps interrupting is her big-ass mouth, not the officer.
If you're going to do stuff like that, I can understand now why people don't want to be recorded. Because it's so rude. Unbelievable. I cannot believe.
Have I asked you something?
You are still continuing to interrupt me. I hate to tell you.
I have to have a conversation with you just as much as you can have a conversation with me. And I don't have to listen to you. No more than you have to listen to me.
Okay, anyway. And your name...
He is so right. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. Because the officer is right. He doesn't have to listen to her. And neither do the employees at the DMV. Why? Because the services have stopped. She has done what she needed to do at the DMV. It is now time to go.
Badge number.
Lieutenant Alton, North Carolina State Law Enforcement. I'm licensed in the Theft Bureau. This is my
Do you have a badge number, any kind of identity? Okay, I'm going to keep it. Go ahead. You're much more respectful. I'm not talking to you. We disengaged.
If you're called to this
disengaged.
You will be removed.
Go ahead.
And you will be arrested for trespassing.
Sir,
nice.
You've done nothing but been respectful, and I've done nothing but been.
Okay, now, you hear the officer just told her if she doesn't leave, she will be arrested for trespassing. She continues to stand there and run her damn mouth. I don't get it. And she's got her kid with her. Why do parents do this, especially with their children with them? I mean, if I had this issue with the DMV or anybody, and I had one of my kids with me, I definitely would not have engaged like this. I would have disengaged. I don't want my children to see this. I don't want them involved in this. It's just selfish.
It's called disturbance. You will be asked to leave.
She caused the disturbance, though.
I'm telling you right now.
Right?
If we continue to cause disturbance, you're going to be asked to leave. And then you're going to be charged with trespassing.
You back that up.
If your services are done here,
My services are a First Amendment protected activity.
this is the concern with recording in this.
I'm just going to go ahead and leave this here. I'm going to do another video on the forums because I realized if I do it on this video, it's going to be over an hour-long video, and I don't want to do that to you guys. So I'll do that one on a separate video, but I just wanted to bring this back to life. How does the First Amendment apply to the act of filming? To date, there is no U.S. Supreme Court case establishing a right to film public officials engaged in carrying out their official duties or a right to film inside public buildings generally. The Supreme Court did establish that we have a right to film the police while they're engaging in their work. Just because the police, we can do that with the police, does not mean we can walk into the DMV or the courthouse or City Hall or anything like that and just start recording and demand that we are allowed because we have a constitutional right. And then say, you can't trespass me, or you can't tell me this, or policy doesn't overrule the Constitution. We'll get into that when I discuss the forums again, because the DMV is a non-public forum. And non-public forums are set up so that the only thing that you are supposed to do when you walk into the DMV is DMV related. A public forum is a place where it is set up for you to use your First Amendment, to assemble, to protest, to do whatever. But then you've got the limited public forums, which is like City Hall. Unless they set up a public meeting area, then no, you can't just go in there and start running off at the mouth and protesting and all this stuff. There's a difference between these forums, and they have it set like that, time, manner, and place, for a reason. And it's very important. So I will go over this in another video. I just wanted to introduce this lady, this new frauditor woman, to you guys so you can see how she works and see what you think about her. Again, she only has one video, and I really hope for her sake that she doesn't continue doing this because she's really bad at it. So I know that this was quite a long video. I mean, she had a 31-minute video, and I tried to cut out as much as possible. Even the end of her video, she was still standing there arguing back and forth with these two officers, and I cut that out because it was repetitive over and over and over and over again. She didn't get arrested. I'm guessing she didn't get arrested because the video just cuts off. Like, there's no result. I don't know if she was arrested. I don't know if they just let her go. In the middle of her yakking her mouth, the video ended. So I don't even know what the outcome is on this. Anyways, I cut out a great deal of this video to try and make it shorter, and I know that did not happen, so I apologize for the long video. I'm trying to do shorter videos, but sometimes it's just not that easy. Especially when the frauditor gives you so much to work with. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you in the next one. Take care. Be safe. I love each and every one of you.